one of the big things is if you get an injury or an owie, how can we make it through the best possible way we can? And as continuously as I learn and Mona learns and stuff, we're going to keep giving you that information that we do to you. And it's a community of like-minded people that we want to make sure that everybody that's in there has that one thing in common. Right nutrition, right training, 45 years of exercise and being around the greatest in the world. And then we just hand that to you guys. Is people come to us and say, hey, I'm fat, I'm overweight, I need to cut down. And then that's a goal. Not even flexing. There you are.
You are not flexing?
I can stay here for
I'm not flexing either.
I'm not flexing.
You know what?
Why do you look like you're flexing? I'm not flexing. You want to measure these bad boys right now? So we are finishing up the lean plan over this next couple of weeks, over this next week or so. So that is pretty exciting. It's always exciting when you kind of finish up a program and then get ready for the next program. So that was kind of one of the things. Are they both here?
All right, so let's start here with what you're getting for
Not yet.
FR.
Not yet.
Okay,
Not yet. Save that for last.
Okay. So number
Hit
one.
him with the last one.
Number one. All right. Community.
Obviously, it's a community. It's a Titan group. It's a private group. The only people that are in there are people that are on the subscription for the nutrition and training. And again, it's a community of like-minded people that we want to make sure that everybody that's in there has that one thing in common. Right nutrition, right training.
Access to pros.
So Mona and I will bring in not just ourselves, but we will bring in our friends who are all pros in the industries of all industries, from commercial real estate to stockbrokers, to bodybuilders, to powerlifters, to strongmen, to nutritionists, to business people, to wrestlers. So it is the pinnacle of all industries. And so you guys get access to that just being in the crew. And you get to ask them questions. That's an extra. Not just they come in there, but you get to ask them questions as well. Next.
All our information.
Mona will give all her knowledge over the years of turning pro and winning the universe and how she has been able to do this through her life. And I will do the same thing with my 45 years of exercise and being around the greatest in the world. And I will just hand that to you guys. And hopefully that will help you.
Capability to actually talk to us.
Yeah, capability. The communication in the Titan crew is a way that you get to talk to us. You probably won't get that on Instagram, and you won't get that on the fan page Facebook, but you'll get that in the Titan crew.
I remember back in the day, not to get off this, but you used to do, was it Skypes?
Yeah.
And people will pay a shitload of money just to get 20 minutes, I remember it was.
Yeah.
So you don't do that anymore because you don't have time. But the people are paying for that, like some serious money, just to get information and just direction, motivation, whatever, you know. Anyway, Q&A with Mike and Mona.
Ooh, go for it.
Well, Q&A, question and answer. So you ask questions and we give you the answers, and that happens all the time. And we're happy to do that, but you get that here in a group. And again, you know, that's very valuable when you actually get.
You got those questions, you know, you guys go on the internet and you read, hey, how much cardio should I do? Should I do this? Should I eat? Should I give up carbohydrates? Should I have K2? Should I take vitamins? Should I take this vitamin? How much D vitamins?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, in the Titan crew, you should be able to do that. And you get to do that during those check-ins.
How about motivation? Because I know I motivate some people in this crew.
You motivate us all. But motivation is something that I know that a lot of people don't get. And being in there, the great thing about it is you get to really get to understand and get motivated off of how we continue forward.
All right. Goal settings. I like this one. Now, when it comes, you know, for you guys.
Well, this actually isn't goal setting. It's more than that.
Okay.
They get to suggest what they want as a goal.
Right.
And then I give them feedback on
if that's
what's feasible, what's not feasible, or what they didn't even see that is possible.
Feedback on reality. Or exactly. Or don't
feedback
waste
on the
your
reality
time
on that.
Yeah.
and what the capability is. A lot of people have come to us and just were heavy, overweight, 200 pounds. Next thing you know, these dropped 200 pounds and getting on stage. They never thought in a million years that was a goal. But it turned out to be a goal.
And then I had somebody that came to me and they wanted to be a wrestler. And I mean, this guy couldn't even walk. And I told him, don't waste your time. That's a goal. You know, that's also advice.
So that's a harsh goal, no? Why are you breaking people's
also
goals?
Advice, right?
Yeah.
Don't waste your time because
Maybe stay with the goals on me and don't ask Mo. I'm going to give you a little hope in there. But that's something we do also is goal setting and making sure.
You have people whose goal is where I want to cut. And you're like, well,
Oh, that's a good point.
You can't cut.
Everything we're talking about, I mean, there's obviously other facets to it, and Jeff gave one just right there, is people come to us and say, hey, yeah, I'm fat, I'm overweight, I need to cut down. And then that's a goal. But unfortunately, they're not eating much food. And actually, it's not the fat, it's the lack of muscularity to their physique that they need to put on. And so that's just something else.
That or the metabolism isn't ready.
Metabolism is not functioning, all those aspects. So
you won't get that.
We're kind of giving you a broad suggestion of what is available in there. And so again, my recommendation is come to me for goal setting. Don't go to Mona. She'll break some souls. Next.
Workout program.
What number is this?
9.
So
8, sorry.
This is 8. These
program.
are all things that you get in the Titan Crew if used correctly. 8 is a workout program. Right. The one thing I want to make sure is that you are on the right workout program for what your physique is and what your goal is. I know a lot of people just go, hey, bench press incline flies. Well, I mean, for what? Are you trying to be an athlete, a basketball player, a swimmer? You want to create a physique? So there's a lot of different facets to it. And so if we make sure you're on the right plan.
James just said he's more master. You ain't going to get any soon, so.
Don't pick on James. James is putting in the work.
Yes. Guidance over your workout program.
So it's not just that you get the workout. Then what happens is you come back to us and we get to talk about your workouts, and we get to see.
What are you doing
and this
wrong?
is also something we didn't write down, but we get to check out your form and check out if your form is right. Are you doing the right workouts? Are the forms right? What's the percentage of workout level? But we govern that workout even though you already have it. So we can basically say you got the workout, you got the type, go away from us, you're done. That's not what we do. You got the workout and you diet, and we continue to check in on you.
And then we have nutrition plan 10, and then 11 guidance over
nutrition plan is another one. We got to make sure, and that's something about the Titan Crew is you get that nutrition plan, and then you get in the Titan Crew. And that way we know you're starting the process of doing things correctly. Doesn't mean it's perfect. Doesn't mean it's perfect. That means now we got to look at it and see what your body is doing with the nutrition. And that was number 11 is now we're going to go over that every few weeks and to make sure your body's functioning, doing it right, and then keep those goals. Now everything's starting to come into play. What's the goal with the nutrition and how the training's going with this? And so all those facets come in.
Evaluation of your physique, the next one, for example, which is a great
We're going to check you out.
Yeah.
We're going to check you out and say, hey, guess what? I know you want to get big chest and shoulders, but your arms are non-existent, Steve Pack. And so then we're going to raise workouts. And so we're going to look. Names. Oh, but we can call it Steve. Okay. He's not as sensitive as Bobo. So then what we'll do is we will look at your physiques and then guide on what we need to do. And a lot of this last year has been a lot of, hey, train these body parts at 70% because they had good body parts. And I said, train these body parts at 100%. Now, you're not going to get that from your basic app or anything. That's going to be that extra little love to make sure that we're doing it right for you. Next.
Guidance over injuries.
So one of the big things is if you get an injury or an owie, how can we make it through the best possible way we can? And as continuously as I learn and Mona learns and stuff, we're going to keep giving you that information that we do to you. And so if I get an owie, what did I do to get this? We're going to talk to others. What exercise? How can we work around? What's the nutrition? Owie, mentally owies. We do work with mentally owies.
Information on cardio, which is huge. A lot of people want to do tons of cardio.
Sorry about that. Cardio, again, everybody's going to be on cardio all year long. What you don't realize is breaking down that deterioration and deteriorating those ligaments in the knees and your hips. And so I've seen such a tremendous amount of hip replacements over this last 10 years of my career. It's like amazing. It's first of all, it's I don't know how new hip replacement is, but it's amazing the ages that are getting so much younger and younger and younger. My mom should have got a new hip, and she's like, it's fine. I'm good. I don't want to waste it on me. And so, but she was also in her 70s. But now I know guys in their mid 30s to 40s that are getting new hips. And so training is great for you. Could be. Training is bad for you if you do it wrong. So that's one of the main things, is we kind of get over that.
All right. Accountability.
Accountability. I think this is
Huge.
These are the little things that you don't think about. I am going to hold you accountable because you are going to check in. You're going to do these check-ins. And if you're going to check in with me, I might be moderately nice. Mona will tear you apart. And so you have to, when you got those moments, those late night Fridays, I want a pizza, I want donuts, I want to cheat. And you're like, well, I got my accountability. I got a crew that's watching out for me to make sure I stay on point. That's a pretty cool thing. And it's one of those things that is pretty easily overseen, but it's such an important thing.
Scheduling performance is also important. Can you explain what scheduling performance is?
Schedule performance. So again, hey, I'll get tons of people come to me and go, hey, I train after work. And then we kind of analyze the whole work schedule and their life schedule, and then figure out where do we work out. Because most people I think on here will go, well, I work out during the week and take the weekends off. In a perfect world, that's great. But in a lot of times, I recommend workout on the weekend because work is so stressful and so much during the week. So I help schedule your workouts in the right times and places.
Make a wish. Okay. Make a wish.
Make a wish.
Blow. Make a wish.
You have to let go of it, though. I thought.
No, it's like you have to choose one finger, and if it goes on the finger that you choose, then your wish comes true. And if it doesn't,
You just made all this up.
no, it's
You
true.
just made all this up
Guys,
right now.
comment right there. Okay, you make a wish, then you say pick a finger, and then you pick a finger.
Open the finger.
Pick a finger. No, open
Top
the finger.
finger.
Oh, your wish is coming true. See? Okay, his wish is coming. That's all.
All right, next.
Supplementation.
Supplementation.
Which is
an
up
important
here.
thing. Yeah, it's one of those main things that we ask on the very beginning of the check-ins that you get to do with us, is that supplementation. What supplementation are you on? Because as I hear everything, I'm not just analyzing, are you training too hard? Are you taking enough supplementation to recover? Is the food right to recover? Or are you in that stage where the food is minimal because we're slicing and dicing? So we got to make sure that recovery is well. Why are you blocking people?
Always no.
Okay,
No,
Jeffrey,
no,
I thought
no,
Jeffrey
it's
was
not
blocking
nothing,
people.
no.
Guys, we're
Yes,
hands-free.
do it.
We're hands-free, so we're not blocking. But remember,
No.
there's always the crew on here willing to block if there is negativity. That's not what our site's about.
Mhm.
So remember, we're here to help you guys.
Yeah. All right. Stress release. Oh, so when it comes to the mental.
Stress release.
Yeah.
Now, you guys might think that the workout's a stress release. No, the stress release is the worrying about doing it right. That's the stress release. Am I eating right? Am I training right? Is this going in the right direction?
I lost somebody in my family. I'm really stressed. I can't get to the gym. I lost my job, or whatever. It could be something really crazy where you cannot get yourself out of bed to make that move and go to the gym. So that's where you have to come in if you are in the Titan crew and talk to the crew. And that's what Mike is going to jump in here and get you to your next.
I mean, we talk about Mary. Mary was going through a very stressful time this last year. And I can relate with what she was going through. And we designed the workout out of the air, a workout and nutrition plan to fit her during this time. And so don't think I can't do the 6 days, the 7 days of training, whatever that craziness is. You go, I can't do that. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're not the only person in the world that can't live that lifestyle. We make the workout work for what you need to do and take that stress off you. So you at least can go, this is the very best I can do right now, and I'm going to continue forward.